So I'm going to take another look at this Whitecloud hit on Knies, and I'm going to talk out both sides of my mouth and explain why really it's not that bad, but also why I think it was easily avoidable. And it's really just a timing issue. Look at the angles that both players are taking. Knies is skating straight up the boards basically with the puck, and Whitecloud is actually taking a really good angle skating backwards, and you can see his path, that gold line, would take him into Knies' path straight up the boards. But what he has to do is time it right so that he ends up on Knies' path at the right time when Knies is arriving to him. He can't get there too soon or else he's in trouble. And that's exactly what happens. Whitecloud is taking the angle back, but right now there's a little bit of a gap between the players still. Even though their trajectories are meeting, they're not meeting at quite the right time. So Whitecloud is going backwards too far, and he's in danger of giving Knies that inside lane. So he can't go back any further now. Their points are met, and he needs contact to happen right now, but Knies isn't there. So he has to stop up and wait for him. And when he does that, he needs to get forward, so he drives outward off his back foot. And unfortunately, when you do that, when you drive outward, you also drive upward, just like he did there. And of course, upward brings you on a path into the head. It changes your trajectory completely of what part of the body of your opponent you're going to hit. So here's Knies. For his part, he's being chased by someone else. That's what he's focused on. He's got his head up. He's trying to beat around that player, and now he sees, okay, I'm about to be hit. And you can tell he reacts because he gets rid of the puck and he tries to get his hands up, but it's just too late by that point. But you can't say he wasn't aware of his surroundings. He was being chased by another player. Now, having said that, I do agree if a player dips their head down and changes the position of their head at the last second, there's not much a hitter can do. But look at Whitecloud as well. Look how different he is at contact than he was just prior. He is way up tall now. So that should matter too. If the player who's being hit can't drop his head, then why is the player delivering the check allowed to elevate so high into contact just prior to? And one more point to make. I know, especially in still photographs, this looks like true north-south contact where they're going straight at each other, but Whitecloud is going across Knies' path of travel. He's not really going straight on. He has to stop up and meet because he's going to go past. So when he does stop, he does go forward a little bit, and they do meet kind of square on, but not really. Because if they did, Whitecloud would just go straight backwards. If you have one player going truly forward and another player coming truly forward at him, they would hit each other and go backwards, both of them. But instead, they both go sideways. Whitecloud rolls off and goes into the boards, and Knies rolls off and spins. So it's not true straight-on contact, and that's another indication that timing was more the issue here than anything. Because if Whitecloud was truly on the right path of travel, Knies would have just skated into him, and it wouldn't have mattered when contact occurred. So while it wasn't dirty or malicious or intentional, timing is another factor that is controlled by the player delivering the check.